Chapter 8. Stephanie. The warehouse loomed like a cavernous beast, all shadows and echoes. I hesitated at the threshold, the chill of the concrete floor seeping through my boots. My pulse was a drumbeat in my ears, every sense straining against the stillness. The scant light from outside barely cut through the gloom, but I had to move forward. I stepped inside, my breath catching with each soft echo of my footsteps. I didn't like this, not one bit. Somewhere in the recesses of my mind, Brett's voice whispered cautions, but this was no time for second-guessing. Brett. His name steadied me. This was for us, for our new life here in Adelaide. Eyes darting, searching. I paused. A silent prayer for Andy's tip to pay off. I needed that lead, needed to crack this case wide open. Andy, the lone friend in this foreign city, who shared my hunger for justice. It's funny how friendship could be your lifeline when you're treading in deep waters. A rustle. Then silence. The air was thick, heavy with anticipation. I edged forward, each step deliberate, towards the heart of the warehouse. Every shadow could be an ally or an enemy. I couldn't tell. Not yet. There it was again, a faint whisper of movement. My hand hovered over my weapon, a cold comfort against the unknown. I hadn't signed up for this. Not really. Cybercrime was supposed to be clean, codes and keys. But here in Adelaide, lines blurred. The digital underworld had teeth, and it bit hard. And then, chaos. Gunfire tore through the silence like a storm. Instinct kicked in. Dive, roll. My body knew the drill before my brain caught up. I was behind crates, wood splintering around me. Bullets sung their deadly lullaby overhead. Smells of gunpowder and fear mixed in the air. Adrenaline surged, sharp, insistent. "Stay down," I hissed to myself, my voice a stranger's in the din. My training took over, muscle memory from hours logged at a gun range. But nothing prepares you for the real thing. Nothing. "Focus, Stephanie," I muttered, pressing tight against the makeshift barricade. The sting of splinters in my palms grounded me. I was alive. This was now. And I'd be buggered if I'd let this city swallow me whole. The gunfire lulled, a deceptive peace. My chance. I peeked over the crates, ready to fight back. For justice, for survival, for the friendships that kept me tethered in this wild sprawl. "Come on," I breathed. "Show yourself." But the shadows remained silent, holding their breath along with mine. Eyes sharp. I scan. 4 men, oblivious to the chaos they sparked, encircled by white death and greed's paper. Chinese faces, cold as their cash, focused on their count. Bags of powder like fallen snow around them. My heart hammers a war drum rhythm. This isn't my world. Cyber shadows are where I dance. But here, in the flesh and blood, is the beast's heart. And it beats in time with mine. Friends whisper in my mind. Andy's words, "Stay sharp out there." This isn't just data theft. It's poison peddling. Lives ruined in ones and zeros, and in these bags. I gripped my weapon. Brett's voice in my ear. Breathe, aim, squeeze. A mantra for life or death. My finger finds the cool metal trigger. I rise. The air shifts, charged with intent. Action, reaction. "Police, drop your weapons." I am the law here. My voice doesn't waver. They scramble, reaching for guns, not money. Mistake. I fire. Once, twice, thrice. Each shot an echo in the hollow warehouse. Precision over panic. Their surprise is my ally. One down, his eyes wide, shocked at the speed of justice. Two more follow, a ballet of bullets and bodies. Quick, clean, efficient. The fourth man locks eyes with me. A silent challenge. He knows the game has changed. He's playing catch-up now. The tables have turned. Done yet? I ask through gritted teeth, my voice steady despite the storm within. No answer but the sound of his fear. He's next. Survive, I command myself. For Brett, for Andy, for Adelaide. My new home won't be stained by this filth. Not on my watch. A sharp burn tears through my side. Pain screams its arrival. I've been hit. Bugger it, I grunt, pressing on the wound. Keep moving. Can't stop now. Blood warms my fingers, sticky and real. This isn't cybercrime. It's flesh and blood. Brett's lessons in resilience were never just about code. They're for this moment. Focus, Stephanie. Andy's advice rings in my head. When stories turn to reality, friends matter. Their words anchors in the chaos. Stay alive, I command myself. For them. For the city that's now mine to protect. Blood, heat, pain. They're my world now. I clamp down on the agony, force it into a corner of my mind. It obeys. Barely. I can't let it distract me. Can't let him get away. He sees his chance. The fourth man bolts, a frantic scramble for freedom. His footfalls ring out, a desperate rhythm against the warehouse's cold floor. My eyes track him, hawk-like. Stop, I order, but my voice is drowned by the echo of his retreat. I can't chase, not like this, but I can't let go either. The thought of him out there, a spectre over Adelaide. No, not acceptable. Can't run forever, I mutter through clenched teeth. Adrenaline's a friend. It dulls the pain, sharpens my focus. Brett's words resurface. Endure, adapt. Survival's not just about fighting. It's about enduring. I push up, ignoring the fire in my side. Gotta move. Gotta end this. The warehouse stretches out, a maze of shadows and threats. But he's no ghost in the machine. He's flesh, blood, guilt. And I'm the net closing in. Stephanie McBride doesn't quit, I remind myself. Andy's belief in me, now my mantra. Friendship, not an abstract concept, it's the fuel that powers my resolve. He's near the exit, daylight's grasp are reaching in. I can't let him touch it. Adelaide needs me, I whisper. A prayer, a vow. I stagger forward, each step a battle won. My duty anchors me to this moment, to this chase. Our friendship, our shared fight against crime. It's bigger than any wound. Come on, Stephanie, I coax myself. Keep going. For every quiet street, for every safe night's sleep we protect. Gotcha, I promise Adelaide, the city that's counting on me, my new home, my battleground. I won't let it down. Pain's a white-hot blade in my side. Ignore it. Push past it. He's sprinting for freedom, thinks he's got it. Not if I can help it. I pull myself up, legs pumping. Blood roars in my ears like the ocean during a storm. This is Adelaide's underbelly, where cybercrime meets cold, hard streets. My turf now. Can't let it fester. The warehouse is a labyrinth. Crates stacked to the ceiling, corridors narrow as veins. But adrenaline's got me. It's fuel, and I'm a V8. All power, no pause. Stop! The command is futile. He won't listen. Why should he? Running's his game, but I'll end it. Corrugated metal walls fly by in a blur. He's just ahead, weaving through the maze. Think like him, be better than him. That's what Brett would say. For every keystroke crime, for every digital ghost I've chased, this is tangible, real. Sweat and grit, not just zeros and ones on a screen. Can't hide, I growl. Muscle memory kicks in. Left, right, duck under a low beam. Each breath's a knife, but I'm still moving. For Andy, for every truth he uncovers with his pen. Number 4 looks back, eyes wide, sees me closing in. Fear fuels him, but resolve drives me. Won't be long now. The exit's shadow looms. He's a breath away from freedom. My boots pound the concrete, grit underfoot. Heart hammers against ribs. Everything screams to stop, but I can't. Can't let this be for nothing, I mutter through clenched teeth. He grasps the door handle, his gateway out of this mess. Not on my watch. I lunge with everything I've got. My body slams into his back. The thud of our collision echoes off the walls. We hit the ground hard. Dust billows around us. Got you, I growl. His elbows jab backward, seeking my face. I dodge. Muscles strain, every move deliberate. Training kicks in over instinct. Must control him, must end this. Stop struggling, I command, voice raspy with exertion and pain. Get off me, he spits back, voice laced with panic and defiance. We're a tangle of limbs, a mess of determination and desperation. My hands search for his wrists. His strength surprises me, but I've got something he hasn't. Resolve. Raw and burning. Justice, mate, I say, as much to myself as to him. That's what we're doing here. Justice? He scoffs, still squirming beneath me. There's no justice in this game. Maybe, I concede, breathless, but there's right and wrong. Who are you to decide that? Stephanie McBride, I answer, locking one of his arms. Remember it. Steph, he trails off, mocking, but I hear the defeat creeping in. Friendship, I pant, remembering Andy. It's stronger than you think. Friendship won't save you, he retorts. Already has, I say with gritted teeth. More times than you know. Adelaide, I think, this is for you. For every quiet night they'll have because of tonight. For the safety I've sworn to uphold. For the bonds that tie me to this place, stronger than steel cables. Yield, I demand. Finally, his resistance wanes. His body goes limp. I cuff him. Justice will take it from here. Adelaide counts on people like us, I whisper, as much to remind myself as to teach him. The sirens wail closer now. Help is on the way. We lie there, him defeated, me victorious, both exhausted. Never again, I vow silently. Never again will I underestimate the power of friendship, the importance of the fight. For Andy, for Adelaide, for justice. The fourth man's hand shot to his side, quick as a snake. His eyes, full of fear and fury, darted to mine. I read his intent clear as day. Weapon, desperate play. My own hand was faster. Training kicked in, muscle memory. I slapped his wrist away, the concealed blade clattering across the concrete floor, skidding into the darkness of the warehouse corners. Nice try, I grunted, pinning him down with my knee pressed hard against his back. My fingers worked like they had a mind of their own, yanking his hands behind him, snapping the cuffs tight. Click, click, secure. Thought you had me, didn't you? A bitter chuckle escaped my lips. The pain was there, sharp and insistent in my side, but I pushed it aside. Survival first, always. The threat was neutralised. I allowed myself a second, a single heartbeat, to just breathe. My chest heaved, sweat mingled with blood. The smell of gunpowder lingered heavy in the air. Gotcha, I whispered more to myself than to him. It was over, or at least this part was. I'd won. My body trembled. Adrenaline and pain vied for control. I clenched my teeth, feeling the wound in every pulse, but it couldn't overshadow the triumph. This was for Adelaide, for Brett, for Andy. "What are you?" the cuffed man gasped beneath me. Voice steadied despite the tremors that rocked my frame. "Cybercrime specialist, and your worst bloody nightmare." "Adelaide," he wheezed, confusion clouding his eyes. "Adelaide," I echoed. "She's seen enough darkness. Time to bring in some light." I rose, staggering slightly. Balance came back slow. I steadied myself, couldn't show weakness. Not now, not ever. "Bugger," I muttered, feeling the warmth of blood seeping through my clothes. "That'll leave a mark." But marks were medals in my line of work. Each one a story, a battle, a victory. "Help's coming," I assured the defeated man on the ground. "For you and for me." The sirens cut through the night. Closer now. Imminent rescue. Or clean-up. I scanned the warehouse, the aftermath of chaos. Bags of powder, bundles of cash, each a silent testament to the night's work. The air was thick with gunpowder and something else. Victory, maybe? "Justice," I breathed out, tasting the word. It lingered in the air, a promise made real by force of will and bullets. My side burned, a raw, angry wound. But the pain was distant, secondary. Survival had a price. This was today's instalment, a bargain at twice the price. I stepped over a fallen chair, my boots crunching on debris. In Adelaide, the darkness had bred these men, this trade. But tonight, I'd been the wrench in their plans. Cybercrime was my usual game, but tonight the line had blurred, and I'd crossed it without hesitation. A laugh bubbled up, surprising me. Adrenaline's last gift, or maybe shock. Didn't matter, I laughed again, louder. "Help is coming," I told the man on the ground, his eyes wide, searching. He didn't understand, couldn't fathom that a woman like me, a cybercrime specialist, would be his downfall. "Adelaide's small," I said, "but her reach is long." My words were for him, but my thoughts drifted to Brett, to Andy, my network, my safety net. "Never alone," I repeated, louder this time, as if declaring it so the empty warehouse could make it more true. It did. I took stock of the scene one last time. The wail of the sirens grew louder. Any moment now, they'd be here. Blue and red lights painting the walls, washing away the grime, if only for a moment. "Survival," I whispered, clutching the truth of it close. With friends like mine, survival was assured. The beat of my heart synced with the approaching sirens. We were alive, we were victorious, and we were home.